Have you ever had to move to a new place? Maybe a new school, a new house, or even a new country? It can feel scary, right? Now imagine being asked to move without even knowing where you are going. That's exactly what happened to Abraham. Back then, not far from where the Tower of Babel was built, there was a big, busy city called Ur. The people there had beautiful houses, markets filled with food, and tall temples where they prayed to many false gods. But Abraham was different. Out of all the people in Ur, he worshipped only God, the true God. One day, God spoke to Abraham. He said, "Leave your home, your family, and your relatives. Go to the land that I will show you." And then God made a big promise. "You will become a large nation. I will bless you, and through you, good things will come to people all over the earth." Abraham didn't know where God was sending him. He could have said, "But where are we going? What will it be like? What if it's dangerous?" But instead, he trusted God completely. So Abraham, his wife Sarah, his father Terah, and his nephew Lot packed their things. Can you picture it? Donkeys loaded with baskets, servants carrying supplies, and Sarah carefully wrapping up their household treasures. Maybe little children, Lot's kids, running around feeling excited, wondering what their new home would look like. It was a long trip across deserts, rivers, and hills. The sun was hot, and sometimes they had to sleep in tents under the stars. But every step showed Abraham's trust in God. Finally, at 75 years old, Abraham reached the land God wanted to show him, the land of Canaan. There, God spoke again. "Look around you. All this land you see, I will give to your children." But there was one big problem. Abraham and Sarah had no children. They were old, far too old to normally have a baby. So Abraham may have wondered, how will God keep his promise? This is where faith comes in. Abraham didn't have all the answers, but he trusted God would find a way. He may have reflected on how God kept his promise with Noah. Maybe on some nights, as Abraham and Sarah looked up at the sky filled with shining stars, they whispered to each other, "God says our children will be as many as the stars." Can you imagine that? And Sarah might have smiled even though she was unsure how it could ever happen. Abraham's trust in God was so strong that he became known as the father of all those having faith. What have we learned? Even when we don't know what the future holds, we can trust God like Abraham did. He never breaks his promises. Would you like to see how God's promise was fulfilled? If yes, drop a yes in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, follow, or subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you get to see new episodes as they get released.